It's a bright and a very sunny Saturday morning. So today is now officially day one of making over the car. And what the plan is for today is the mechanics are going to do service, and now everything change the oil, filter, brake pads, just name it, anything that is done during service. And while they're at it, now they're going to be checking out other parts that need replacement, maybe bushes and such stuff. So that is what we are doing today. So I'll make sure at least I cover as much details as possible so that at least you can be able to learn and see more of everything that is going to be done on this particular car. What is going to be done is the bumper. So they need to work on the bumper. Let me show you. So it is not in good condition, so this is one thing that is going to go. And then the next thing is the lights, these lights, as you can see, all this. And then this car, you can see the rims, so buying new tires because it has like two donuts tires. So buy new tires, and then thinking maybe the rims might be changed, but that will depend on how much the total cost will be. But yes, and then bush, some of these things I can't show you because they are inside, but exterior, that is it. And then what else, a little bit of painting because as you can see that's the status of the rooftop, or sunroof, sorry, the roof. So painting, and as you can see, this other side of the bumper, and the tires, definitely tires going to be changed. So I'll keep you posted on everything that is going to be happening to this car. First thing they did is remove the tires and check underneath to see if anything needed to be replaced. They noticed that all the bushes were worn out, so the first thing was now to remove the worn out bushes and replace them with new bushes. So here they are trying to open a nut so they can be able to remove the bush from this stabilizer. Shitty car, but we hit the road. Doesn't matter where we go and destination or no, I don't care. For those who don't know, this is a bush. This is how it looks like, but this was a worn out bush. So this is one of the bushes that needed to be replaced. As I had mentioned earlier, the bumper was not in good condition. So here the mech was removing the bumper so that he could go and get started with the repairs. The motor stops, cause when I want it, then I want it, yeah, I want it, oh, I want it, let's go. Look around, where's the people at? I want a taste of the good life, hit me with it, right now, I'm in it. Cause when I want it, then I want it, yeah, I want it, oh, I want it, let's go. And I won't look back, yeah, I don't care about the bad shit back. So for this part, the light of this one side needed fixing, so a new light was bought, and this is how the old one looked like. So this is plastic that they used for it, so that's why this one has to be changed. And then this other thing, it's going to be cleaned, so this one is supposed to look like this, but at least you can see with the lights, it's even making a big difference so far. And then they did this down part, so they've removed the bushes, the link. So I'll be sharing a list of everything that they have seen that needs to be fixed, but so far at least the list is not too big, so that is a good sign. So far that is everything that we have done. And this is Saturday, and it's around 3 p.m. So at least there's progress of what will be happening. And then the bumper was removed. It has to be now put fiber and spray painted because it was not looking so good. And then the rims are okay, so maybe now getting new tires, but they'll not have to change the rims. Yeah, but so far this is everything that has been done. So at least there is kidogo progress, and we have a good starting point. So this is a list of all the items that needed to be bought on this day. We headed out to the nearest spare part shop to get the items that were on the list. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Yeah. Baby, I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Yeah. Cincinnati, baby. Cincinnati, baby. The front left disc was worn out and rusted, so here the guy from the shop is removing the disc part only so that he can be able to sell that part to us. It's 2 a.m. when we close the bar, but we're in the get-go. Next place, give me some more. I could dance with you beneath the stars, cause when I want it, then I want it, yeah, I want you. Everything stops when you move like that, and I wanna get in close to you. It's what I'm gonna. Here, the mechanic is putting the new bushes that we had come with onto the cross member. What is interesting is the same part. When it comes to a Benz, it is called a subframe, but for a Nissan, it is called a cross member. So this is how the people from the spare part shops, they get to gauge if you are familiar with the parts that you're looking for. So if you go to maybe a Benz shop and you're looking for a subframe, but you refer to it like a cross member, it means that you're not familiar with the terms. So that is how they gauge how much you know about the part that you're looking for, and that will determine how much they will sell that particular part to you. Because if you're calling a subframe cross member, it means that you're not familiar with the German terms. So that is how they get to know you do not know the correct terms. And that is how they're going to sell the part to you at a higher price compared to if you weren't knowing exactly the part with the correct German term. The shock absorber needed to be replaced, but they didn't want to mess up with the spring since it was in good condition. But now the nut was not bulging, so it took a lot of effort, different methods before the nut finally loosened up. A new radiator was bought to replace the old one that was there since it had a crack. So if they did repair on the old one, it meant that they would keep on having the same issues. So to avoid all that, a new radiator was bought. Stops when you move like that, yeah.
stops when you move like that, and I wanna get in close to you. It's what I'm gonna do, 'cause right now I'm in it. Yeah, I'm fucking in it. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby, I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters.
After draining the oil, we had to change the oil filter. The old one was white and then the new one is the blue one.
Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby. Everything stops when you move like that, yeah. Everything stops when you move like that, yeah. Everything stops when you move like that, and I wanna get in close to you. It's what I'm gonna do, 'cause right now I'm in it. Yeah, I'm fucking in it. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby, I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Maybe I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby. I said, it's Cincinnati, baby, it's Cincinnati, baby.
Now we start prepping for paintwork.
I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby, I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Maybe I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby. I said, it's Cincinnati, baby, it's Cincinnati, baby.
First thing they did is apply filler, and then after it had dried, sand it down, then sprayed primer. After it has dried, sand, then undercoat. After undercoat, that's when they apply spot putty where there's a blemish, and then they sand it down, and then now they apply undercoat. Then they take the car to the car wash to be cleaned. After it has dried, that's when painting begins.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free, and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder.
was not around during this painting phase, so that's why you'll notice the clips look a little bit different because I'm not the one who shot them. But I really wanted to include this part in this video so at least you could be able to see the transformation so far. But now my cousin, because he was the one who was shooting this whole part, he didn't manage to take clips of the mechanics when they were now getting the seats back in the car, when they were doing the floor of the boot. So there are a few bits that are missing, but there's nothing I could do because I was not around, and he was the only one who was going to be shooting for me. So I hope you understand that bit, but I'll get to show you the photos of the car, how it looks after everything had been completed, because even the video, he didn't have a chance to take the after video, and by the time I'm uploading this video, the car had sold. So I hope at least the clips that I was able to share have been insightful, and you have been able to see how the car has transformed from the first time we got it in Machakos up until now. And can you imagine, guys, this car cost only 290,000 Kenyan shillings only. And if you see the after, definitely this car was such a deal, and it was in perfect condition. Even at the time of selling it, it was perfect. That's why it went so fast. Between the time it was removed from the garage up until the time that it was being sold, it was sold so fast because of how clean it was. So this was definitely a big win, and the price, we can't beat this for this year. So this was such a good deal.